Boehner admits behind closed doors Republicans will never repeal Obamacare. Former House Speaker John Boehner said the GOP won't be able to repeal and replace Obamacare at a closed-door trade show in Las Vegas, Nevada, Friday. John Boehner told a private crowd that Obamacare will never be repealed and replaced by the GOP because Americans and state officials are used to it in a video obtained by the Washington Post. Boehner also warned that Republicans will get annihilated in 2018 midterm elections if they fail to pass health care and tax legislation. Here we are 7 months into the year, and yet they've not passed this bill. Now they're not going to repeal and replace Obamacare. It's been around too long, and the American people have gotten accustomed to it. Governors have gotten accustomed to this Medicaid expansion, and so trying to pull it back is really not going to work. Boehner suggested that if the GOP can't get rid of Obamacare completely, to at least eliminate the mandate and some of the taxes. When it's all said and done, you're not going to have an employer mandate anymore. You're not going to have the individual mandate. The Medicaid expansion will be there. The governors will have more control over their Medicaid populations and how to get them care, and a lot of Obamacare taxes will probably go.
Here we are, 7 months into this year, and yet they've not passed this bill. Now, they're not going to repeal and replace Obamacare. It's been around too long, and the American people have gotten accustomed to it. Governors have gotten accustomed to this Medicaid expansion, and so trying to pull it back is really not going to work. But what they can do, though, is move it away from government control, where the states have more control over what happens, and individuals have more control. So when it's all said and done, here's what's going to happen. You're not going to have an employer mandate anymore. You're not going to have the individual mandate. The Medicaid expansion will be there. The governors will have more control over their Medicaid populations and how to get them care. And a lot of the Obamacare taxes will probably go. But they've had a tough time getting there. But if they can't do health care reform, I don't know how they would ever do tax reform. Well, the president could quit tweeting. When you step back, full disclosure, Donald Trump is a friend of mine. We played a lot of golf together over the years. He was a donor of mine. And when I was speaker, I was having a tough week. I could always count on the fact Donald Trump would call me, cheer me up, pat me on the back. He's a good guy. But president? I never really saw him as president. My phone's ringing. The Donald. Hey, Speaker, hey, thanks for the endorsement. I said, well, Donald, you weren't my first choice. No, I know. I said, no, Donald, you weren't my second or my third choice. I said, but if you're not, I'm going to vote for you. And I did, but he keeps getting in his own way. If you step back and you can figure out what they're really doing. What they're really doing, frankly, is good for the economy, good for people who, have a right of center perspective. He's actually doing all the right things. But he just keeps getting in his own way, like criticizing Comey or criticizing the press every day. There's a couple of things you learn when you get into politics. One is you never get into a fight with people who buy ink by the barrel. He does it every day. There's another little political saying. Never get into a pissing match with a skunk. He does it every day. Now, it may have worked during the campaign, but I think he would do himself well if he would just slow the tweeting down and just focus on what he's doing and not being critical. They going after Major Brzezinski or Joe Scarborough. What the hell's the point? The heir apparent was Kevin McCarthy from Bakersfield, California, but the Knucklehead Caucus decided they weren't going to vote for him. Now, these are the guys in the Republican Party who are, you could call them right of the right. They're anarchists. They're for nothing.
Yeah, you see how biased this guy is now? You see how biased. I mean, it's disgraceful. Disgraceful. If Trump wasn't tweeting, the people would actually never know the truth about what's going on if we had to rely on the fake media. So this Boehner character is a real joke. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.